What's going on, everybody? Got the Raging Rob here. Had some truck problems earlier. Jesus. The alternator belt took a shit. So I had to get that replaced. But I'm good to go. So I'm on my way to the Bay, California. And then I'm on my way to, I'm not going to go in details, but I got to fish around in the Northern California a little bit for a day. And I'm heading back to Phoenix. I got to go over to Oakland and Sacramento, then back over to this other place, and then down to Phoenix. That's what I got to do. I got to unload in Oakland, go over to Sacramento, do something over there, do something over here, and then go back to Phoenix. Anyway, GM, General Motors, Donald Trump. You know, a lot of people are pissed off at Donald Trump again, and they're using GM as an excuse. GM is a liberal Democratic company. Of course they're going to blame Donald Trump. I'm going to lose my job at GM. I blame Donald Trump. Donald Trump said that as president, no GM shop would close. Is that what he said? Or no auto? Yeah, I think he said no auto. I would close. I would make sure that no auto plant would close or something like that. My advice for Donald Trump is never say never. Because when you got a Democratic liberal company like GM, and you know what happens when Democrats and liberals run things. They run shit right to the fucking ground. What does GM do in their union? The UAW. The UAW, which gives workers the right to be lazy on the job, is what fucked it all up. GM's stupid fucking decisions of not opening their own steel mills while buying foreign steel, which China's been robbing us blind under NAFTA. Blame Bill Clinton for that. And Donald Trump put an end to that shit. GM has made a lot of bad decisions, closed a lot of thriving divisions. Buick, Pontiac, thriving divisions. GM has made some stupid fucking mistakes. They're closing up shop and going to Mexico. Yeah, it's cheaper. Guess what? The UAW, they wanted $35 a fucking hour and all these benefits, and that's what's killing it. That's part of the problem. That's what happens when Democrat liberals run a company. They can't drive very well. Why do you think they moved their shit to Canada? Anyway, GM's going to Mexico. They're closing up a bunch of Ohio plants. I'm not sure which ones. There's that one plant right off the Ohio Turnpike. I think that's where the Chevy Cruze is built. I'm not sure if that one's closing up or not. There's a couple of them that's closing. Maybe Parma. I don't know. Anyway, I can only blame GM. When we got a thriving economy now. The economy is thriving. I've been busy as fuck. My stocks are up. My stocks have exploded. The last couple of days, my stocks have been exploding. Cryptocurrency's on the rise. I've been busy as fuck since Donald Trump has been president. Thank you, Donald Trump. The economy's in better shape. Now, how does GM fuck up that? Hey, that's GM's fault. They made some stupid, poor decisions. GM only has herself to blame. All the recalls, they have just as many recalls as Ford. Honda's one of the best built cars. And then you get these fucking Americans, well, you should buy American made. Well, make a decent car worth the fuck, and I will. I got a nice Dodge Charger, not GM. I'm sorry. I'm not going to buy a piece of shit that's going to keep breaking down. Not going to do it. GM only has herself to blame. They got to close shop, go to Mexico. Hey, here's the good thing. If they close shop and go to Mexico, guess what's going to happen? The illegal immigrants will stop coming over here. They'll find jobs down there. And guess what? When they stop coming here and stop stealing our jobs, guess what? Job openings. You know why they come here? For better work? Because there's no jobs down there. If GM closes shop and goes down there, good. Keep the illegals down there. Then they don't have to come here. It'll solve problems at the borders. See, I told you it'd work out. Then we wouldn't have all these border problems. If GM could thrive in Mexico. I have no problem with the company expanding their operations in other countries, but moving to other countries? Well, that's on them, but it's going to put a lot of people out of work. But, hey, when you got a shit-ass company like GM that makes bad decisions, hey. That's the way it is, man. That's the way the world works. One company falls, another prospers. It's called a free market. That's the way it's always been, and that's the way it should be. You know what I'm against? I'm against, well, we need a $15 minimum wage. That's not free market. You're telling me, I run a business. I don't want the government stepping in and telling me how much I got to pay my employees. Fuck you. Okay? That's called socialism. That's what liberals want. Liberals have taken over GM. They tell everybody in these UAW meetings, vote Democrat, vote Democrat. Yeah, look at Detroit, look at Chicago. That's Democrat. Look at Atlanta, a thriving city. That's conservative. That's Republican. Oh, I know what people are going to say. How do you explain California, the 5th biggest economy in the world? Well, first off, it's not the 5th biggest economy in the world. That's fake news. They got the highest unemployment rate. Their taxes are too fucking high. California, socialism. Why do you think Toyota is moving out of California and going to Texas? Taxes are too fucking high. Do you blame Toyota? That's a good business decision for Toyota. I think it's a great decision. So they're closing up shops in Ohio. GM only has themselves to blame, and that's the way it is.